I'm about to get pretty controversial in this video. Some of you all are not ready for this truth yet, but this is something I have to say from my heart, okay? And again, this is very, very controversial, and I'm actually kind of afraid to make this video because I know the backlash it could possibly get. But it is the truth. And the truth can feel offensive sometimes, and the truth can feel like, oh my God, you... Okay, so as a natural human, when you come to this earth, you are born as a natural human. You don't have anybody making rules over your body, over anything that you do to yourself, any of that, right? You have this natural, you do things naturally. And one of the things that children do naturally is they touch their private parts. That's what they do. They explore their body, all parts of their body. They play, they do all these things. And unfortunately, we live in a system now of people who are germophobic or religious people who think that masturbation is evil, it's bad, we can't do that. But that's a natural thing for humans to want to do. So me personally, just getting personal with you guys, I started masturbating at 5 years old. Nobody taught me how to do this. No adults touched me. I found this on my own naturally. Okay, and I knew that my mom shouldn't know. Like, I knew enough to know that my mom shouldn't know I'm doing this. So I would do it in my bed at night. I would do it while watching a movie with a blanket over me. I would do it secretly, but I would do this. And I noticed other children also do this as well. And I walk away. I don't shame. We should not be shaming our children. Oh, don't touch yourself. That's gross. Go wash your hands. Give your children the appropriate space to explore their bodies, whether it's in the bath or in their own bedrooms. We need to do this. This is when you shame your child for touching themselves, especially religious people. The religious people are so afraid of pedophilia and all these weirdos and blah, blah, blah. But by you telling your children they're not allowed to touch themselves, you're being weird. Now you are sexualizing your child. So now you're actually kind of a pedophile because you're sexualizing your kid. And that's what I'm noticing is a lot of people, like even my daughter, she likes to walk around with a shirt on. She's a girl, okay? But she has no boobs. She's a child. How is it girls are treated differently than boys? Oh, you have to cover up. Why? They're only nipples. Another thing that happened to me as a kid, actually I want to touch on before, is that when I was 9 years old, my stepmom was very religious, Christian, and I remember being a kid and my little baby brothers were born. I was 9 years old. I didn't even know what sex was at the time, right? I had no idea. So my brothers, I was helping them change them, and they had these cute little baby nipples, like just like as a cute, like cute little fingers or cute little baby toes. That's all it was in my mind because I didn't know what any of that stuff was, right? And I was like, oh my God, cute, look at their little nipples. And I got yelled at. I got shamed. I got yelled at for saying that. Don't ever say that again. That's not okay. And I was so confused in my mind why I was getting yelled at. Another thing that happened by this Christian stepmom of mine, me and my sisters, we had these not digital cameras. They didn't have digital cameras back then. They were these disposable cameras that we got. They were waterproof ones. And we'd already taken a lot of pictures on there. And as a prank, when we were changing, we snapped pictures of each other, like just to prank each other. And my stepmom confiscated the cameras and threw them in the garbage, and we didn't know why. Like we didn't understand. We were just getting in trouble. We didn't understand why we were getting in trouble. And now being an adult, now knowing about child pedophilia and things like that, now I understand why she was a little bit afraid. I get to totally understand. Like I get it now as an adult. But at the same time, like as kids, we didn't understand. But yet we're being sexualized by all these adults. This has been happening for centuries, or I don't know about centuries, but definitely many years, where adults will shame their children for exploring their bodies, for touching themselves. You have the church shaming people for masturbation, even though it's a natural thing to do. Masturbating is a very natural human thing to do. And we have a whole group, a whole religion that shames people for this. I see that as a huge issue. I see that as child trafficking, in my opinion. I know it's a different form of what we're taught through the media and whatever else. But by you sexualizing your child, now you're the weirdo. And that's what I can't stand. I hate when people sexualize my child. It makes me so mad. Like, please stop sexualizing my child. She can walk around in her underwear if she wants to. She's not going outside. Although if we lived in the country, I don't care. Go outside naked. I don't give a shit. When we were kids, we went skinny dipping in my grandma's pool, okay? We were children running around naked in my grandma's backyard, swimming in her pool. And now people can't do that anymore because, oh, you're a creep, you're a weirdo, that's inappropriate. I don't find that to be inappropriate. Kids love to be naked. Even adults, because we've been trained to wear clothes now, that is a natural thing to do. We come to this earth like naked. Like we come out naked. That is a very natural thing. But now we have a whole system that literally sexualizes everything. Not everything is sexual. So I just need to get this out there because I need to get this perspective out there so people can understand. Like, maybe you might be doing more damage to your kid when you shame them for things. Ew, gross, go wash your hands, don't touch yourself there, that's inappropriate. You're yelling at your children for being human. I see that as a problem. I see that as psychologically damaging. Now you have adults who feel awkward about sex. That's a problem, you guys. Because sex is a very sacred, beautiful activity for adults, of course, adults to do. I started at 15. I personally feel like 15, right when you go through puberty, that's when you start getting curious about your body, right? And as you get older, there's like different levels of it. Just like, right, at 5 years old, I started masturbating. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing other stuff. But like, there's like a different level of this that's created over time. And there's different ages of level of appropriateness and things like that. But again, just think about how you're shaming your kids, how you're treating them, because it is psychologically damaging, and more people need to become aware of this. Okay? I love you.